A quick one, in this video I have a bonus information for you. Yes, just for you, yes, you alone. So watch to the end if you want to know what it is. Hello guys, welcome back to Pictorial Innovations, and if you are new here, a warm welcome to you as well. I promised to always do a new month flyer design at the end of every month, and here is a simple and minimal one for November. And well, if you want a complex one or another one with another background or image and color as it is showing on your screen, you can join the person I want to share important information with and watch the video till the very end also. You can as well download the PLP file to edit to your taste or your client taste. You can see the link in the description and download it. But I usually advise people that to grow, you don't need to be using templates always. So you can just try things out yourself. So don't forget to subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification to be notified whenever I upload new videos. Without any further ado, let's get started. So here we are. I don't want to rush and I don't want to be sluggish because we may have some people that are new to PixelLab here, but I'll urge everyone to follow this process even if you know PixelLab before, because the information I want to pass across might just be in between the video. So the first thing we usually do is to just go down and let's select a new and blank canvas. We are not using the template, we are starting from the scratch. That's what makes you a graphic designer. Sure you get. So let's go to this fourth guy here because I usually change my size before even starting anything at all. So let's go to this fourth guy. I think you are seeing what I'm clicking. You can see my mouse because I have a mouse that is connected to my smartphone. Because if you are wondering how I could use mouse for my smartphone, I have an OTG device. I'm using Type-C, so I have an OTG device that I used in connecting my mouse to my phone just to make my work easier, because I design a lot on my smartphone and I get paid for it. So good luck. Now, as I was saying, to this fourth guy, then we change to our image size. We click on the image size so that we can change our document size. This is, to me, it's actually nice. By the time you want to export, you can export as ultra, but I actually change my size from here so that I can get a crisp and high quality output, so that by the time I start sending on maybe Instagram, WhatsApp and everything like that, all the social media pages, it won't decrease my quality. So I usually use 3840 by 3840. Then I just press OK. Then you are ready to go. So the next thing we will do is to import our background. So for this tutorial, actually I used two backgrounds, and I'm going to show you how to tweak the two backgrounds to make it work for you. Some people might want to use the first one and some people might want to use the second one, so that probably if you download the PLP file or you want to follow along with the process, it doesn't seem too much alike. You can use another image as well. Then I will tell you that information later anyway. So go to this third guy, then click on import. So when you click on import, I have all the resources I used for this tutorial. I have them linked in the description, so you can just go there, download them and follow along. So just go to import and import the first background. So here is the first background that I want to use. Yes, I know you might be thinking it's different from the one I showcased. Yes, I'm still going to show you the second one, but I use this first, then I change it to that one. As a matter of fact, you can change. So let's just go. Now we have it like this. You can actually crop from here. You can click here, click here and drag like this, and you can choose from the preset here. If you choose this preset, that means you have something like this. Or you choose here, you have something like this, or you choose this one, you have something like this. But let me just choose this one so that by the time I get to my canvas, I will be able to decide which side I want to use for my design. So just click OK here. This guy, click OK. So the next thing you want to do is to scale up your background. So let's scale it up like this. Let's scale it up. Then you can choose the parts you want to use. Choose the parts you want to use. I want to use this part like this, but I don't want to use this background like this. I just want to tweak it a bit, just to increase the contrast and brightness and everything. So what you want to do is to go to this third guy here. Make sure you are still on this third guy and make sure you are still clicking on this background. So go to color filters, click on it. Then let's change the hue. Hue means color, so let's change the hue to something like this, to 6 is fine. Then let's leave the saturation. Then the brightness, let's just change the brightness to something like this, not too bright, but okay, I think this is bright enough for our text to show on our background. So the contrast as well, we can just increase it like this. So we can just give it 16 or 18 is okay, depending on your preferences anyway. So I think I'm cool with 18. So once you're done, just click OK. Then you're good to go. So the next thing you want to do is to go to where you manage your layer so that you can just lock it in place, because if you don't lock it in place, by the time you click and you want to drag, you mistakenly move it from where you positioned it. So as I mistakenly move this now, I can just click on this guy to undo. It's just like Ctrl Z for people that use PC. So just click here and it is back to where you placed it. So, but for you to avoid, then accidentally moving your object from where you place them, so you can just go to where you manage your layer. This is where you manage your layer, this guy, click on it, then you have your layers here. It's because it's just only one image that we imported into our documents. That's why we have this here. So you see this padlock, we all know padlock icon, so just click on it and it turns to red. So by the time it turns to red, you know that you have locked it in place. Then if you click and drag, it is not movable until you go back there, unlock it, then you move it. But let's lock it in place and we have something like this. So the next thing you want to do is to import your model. So you have everything linked in the description. So let's import our model. So you go to this third guy here, you are still on this third guy, and make sure that you have locked this thing in place and click. So because if you are not locking it, you'll be able to say import. So make sure you lock it and click, then you see the import. So let's go to import and import our model. So we have our model here. They are looking so LD, right? So before I continue about the information I want to tell you, most people are wondering how I get premium images, because if you go online, even if you want to search for African models and you want to get these expressions, there are some websites that will give you these expressions that you need, but you need to pay for them. So because of this stress, having to search, having to remove background, having to do this and all that, sometimes you'll be looking for expressions you want, you would not say. So I've taken my time. If you noticed, I didn't upload any video this month, so I took my time to make sure I downloaded over 1,000 Black American models with different expressions. Then I removed all the backgrounds, then I put them in one folder just for you people. So I put them in one folder and I uploaded it on Seller just for you people to download for just token of 1,000 naira. So if you're interested, you can just go to my description. You see the link there. Just click on the link, download it, and you are good to go. Over 1,000 African black model PNG with that background, different expressions, and well cut out. When I say well cut out, that is, I smoothly remove the background. As you can see, these ones too, you can see this one, and even the one I will show you, like this one, I removed the background neatly. So you can just add there. It's just 1,000 naira. It's just like giving it for free. So over 1,000 images for just 1,000 naira. So let's continue. I actually use this image because of the content of the design, which is hello to a healthy November. So because I can see they are healthy, they are happy, and that's why I use this image. You can use another one if you're changing the text. Just make sure that your design speaks. So now let's crop this. You can either crop from here, like I said. So you can just crop here like this, then click OK. So we have something like this. So let's just bring them here like this, not too much. So let's increase it like this. I think I'm cool with it like this. So the next thing you want to do Let me move it a bit like this because I still want to write some text. Here. So, but we can see our model here. So let's click on it and just increase the brightness. Remember, we made some changes to the background, so we need to increase the brightness and some things about these models though, so that it can blend with our background. So let's go to color filter again. Go to color filters. Make sure you are still clicking on this model. Go to color filters. Then let's change the hue to something like this. Let's change it to -2 and let's just increase the saturation a bit. You don't want to do too much because the model is actually looking fine already. Then let's do the brightness. You can just increase the brightness like this. Make sure you are looking at what you are increasing so that you don't go too much. So I think 12 is okay. So you can just increase the contrast as well. So I think 11 is okay. You can now see, because sun is coming from this side, they are in the sun, and you already increased the contrast of the background. So you have to increase the contrast of the model as well so that it blends with the background. So once you are done, just click OK. Then you go to where you manage your layer and lock it in place as well. So we have something like this. So the next thing we want to do is to start writing our text. So the first text we want to write is the Nov. Yes, before the November. So let's go to text. This is where you write your text. This alphabet A. Click on it, then you see text. Click on this text, bring it here, double tap or double click if you are using mouse. Then you can clean this one. Then let's write Nov. So we have Nov here. We don't want to write it. If you want to write it together, you can actually write it together, but November is a long text and that would make your text a little bit small. So you just have to be creative about it. So let's just do Nov, right? So we have something like this. So, but I want to change the text. This text is too, it's too basic. So click on it. Then let's go to, make sure you're still on this guide so that you can see font. So click on font. Then from fonts, these are default fonts that came with PixelLab. And go to my fonts. If you go to my fonts, you see your fonts there, the fonts that you install. If you don't know how to install fonts, you can watch the video from this link that is showing on your screen. These are my fonts, and I want to choose this Baka Town. So I have them linked in the description. You can download and use for free. Yeah. So click on this guy, this font. This is the font. You can see it has changed. Then click OK. So we have something like this. But if you notice, PixelLab has cut out a part of this text. This is not how the V is supposed to be. So to make sure you have the full beauty of whatever font or typeface you are using, click on it, then go to padding. Click on it, then go to padding. Make sure you see padding. Yes, this is padding. Then you can increase both the left and right, or wherever you notice that PixelLab has cut off. So increase both, then click OK. Then you have the full beauty of the font. Then click again. Let's go to spacing. I want to decrease the spacing a bit. It's too much. I want to decrease it by 3. Then let's go to size. You can actually increase here, or you go to size here. If you go to size here, you can increase it all the way up like this. But if you are not okay with the size, you can just click it, then grab these 2 here, then you increase it like this to your taste. Then the next thing you want to do, you can just place it wherever you want it to be like this. I think it's cool here. It's cool here like this because we still want to write another thing here. So let's just place it somewhere around here. So the next thing you want to do is to change the color, right? So let's go to color. Make sure you're still clicking on the text. Go to color, click OK. Then you don't want to give it a solid color. If you want to give it a solid color, you can just click any color here. Sure you get, click any color. But I want to give it a gradient color that has 2 or more colors. So click on this gradient. Then click on this plus sign. By the time you click on this plus sign, you have something like this. You can toggle with these two handles to change the variation of your gradient. So we want to use a linear gradient now, so that is why I'm setting it like this. You click and hold and drag, click and hold and drag. So this is the first color handle and this is the second color handle. So let's click on the first color handle and let's change it. So make sure you are clicking on it. By the time you click on it, you see something like yellow here to make sure you have selected it. Then go to this color picker here, click on it. Then you can change the color from here. You can choose any color from the color spectrum, or you can click on this first guy to pick color from the model dress or from the background. But we are not picking any color from the model dress here because I have a color that I've used before that I've known that it will work well. So I have the code. I will just input the code. How do you input code? Just go to this pencil here, this guy here, click on it, then you can input the code here. FFBD01. Then before you click OK, make sure you click on this check mark. Click on this check mark, you notice that it has changed there. Then you can now click OK. Then click OK. You have number 1 color chosen here. So the second color, make sure you click on the handle, then go to color picker, edit and edit the code FF1203. Then check mark, OK. So we have the color gradient already, right? Then you can click OK. So we have something like this. It's not simple, so simple. So let me just move it here like this. Okay, so the next thing we want to do, you can just click on this, duplicate it. By duplicate means copy. So then you can bring it here. Let's double tap. Then you can change it to ember like this. Then let's click OK. So bring it here, then increase this. So we are going to decrease this like this, or you can go to size and let's choose something like this. I think something like this is fine. So we can bring it here. Let's bring it here. Don't bother. You are thinking this thing is climbing the first one and it's not showing. Don't worry, we will sort it. So let's drop it here like this. So the next thing you want to do is to go to stroke. Go to stroke and enable it. So by the time you enable it, click on this plus sign so that you can change the color to white. Change the color to white, you have something like this. Then you can increase it. As you are increasing, be looking at what you are increasing to know that you are okay with what it is giving you. So I think I'm okay with 10. I'm okay with 10. Now, one thing about this stroke giving is you are making sure that you are using the color that is on the background. It's because I have white on the background, that's why I'm choosing white. If it was yellow that was there, I would have chosen yellow to make sure it blends and give me what I want. So this is what I have here. You can either bring it down or take it up a bit like this, whatever you want. But now we want to bring this guy, this ember, we want to bring it behind. You can actually leave it like this if you want. It's actually fine like this too. But I want to bring my ember behind this model. How do you do it? Go to where you manage your layer, this guy. Then this is the ember. You see these dots. Click on it and hold. By the time you click on it and you notice that it shrinks somehow, then you start moving it like this. So you bring it behind your model here. By the time you bring behind your model, you drop it, you have it at the back of your model like this. Did you notice it? Now, because you brought it behind, it went behind the November as well. So you have to go back, make sure your November is behind your ember as well. So the ember has to be up while November has to be down because of the stroke you gave the ember. So we have something like this. So you can just lock them in place too, so that you don't mistakenly move them from where you place them. So the next thing you want to write is to write hello to a LD. I didn't want to write it because I don't know where it will fall. So I needed to write the no first before I write the hello to ALD. So let's go to text. Let's bring it here, then double tap, then let's write hello to ALD. So LD, yeah, okay. So we have something like this. So let's change the font. I want to change the font. I actually use max 3 fonts in my design, but in this design I'm using only 2 fonts. So I use Poppins as the second font. I use Poppins. So but this hello, I want to give it a different width. Same font but different width. So don't get me wrong, same font but different. So how do we choose this hello? Only this hello. We use these 2 handler. So since this is the hello we want to choose, so click on this guy anode, then you drag like this. It's just like when you are typing on your phone and you want to select one text. We know how we select it. So just select hello, then let's change it to Poppins semi-bold. Then other ones, let's select other ones like this. We can now choose other one Poppins regular, then we click OK. So we have something like this. So let's change the font, the font size. So let's change the font size. Be looking at what you are changing. If you are okay with it, you can just say okay, I'm okay with you, then I'm bringing you here. So we have something like this. So just take your time and place it well. So once you are okay with it, click on it, then lock it in place also like this. So the next thing you want to bring is to bring your banner here, just to write the happy new month. So go to where you import, then import the PNG banner. So we have the PNG banner here. So let's click OK. You can just crop if you want to crop, but I think no need because it's not too far from the border. So just click OK. Then you can decrease it like this. No, let's decrease it like this. So you can place it here, and you can increase it like this too. So you can place it here like this, or you rotate it a bit, just to give it another feel. Though I feel it's okay like this, but if you want to give it a different feel, you can just click on this guy, this corner here, or you go to rotate here, then you can rotate it the way you like, then click OK. Then you can now bring it wherever you want to drop it. So I want to drop my own here. So I want to drop my own here. Then the next thing I want to do is to write happy new month. So click OK. Click on this A alphabet to write your text. Happy new month. Click OK. Then let's go to font. You know how you change font. My font. Let's change to Poppins medium. I'm still using the same font but different weight, if you notice that. So click OK. Then let's change the text. The text size. Let's change the text size. 21 is okay. Or you can decrease it or probably increase this one. Anyone you feel like increasing. So I want it like this. Then I want to change the color. Go to color. You can choose white, but I feel this white is too obvious here. So I'll just click this guy here. Okay. Then this white, I'll reduce it like this. Let's see what it brings. If it's okay by you, you can just rotate it. Make sure it's aligned with this. So I want to decrease it a bit. Then I want to go to color again. I want to click on this guy. I want to choose red. I want to choose red. Yes, same red. I want to decrease the opacity like this. So to some extent, I like it like this. I like it like this. But if you know it is not showing, or you know your clients. You should know your clients. You know what your clients want. If it was a personal flyer, you can do whatever it is you want with it. So if it was a personal flyer, I would have left it like this. But for clients, I'll advise you to go back to that color, click on white, then just decrease it a bit like this. Okay, so we have something like this. You can just leave it like this, or you check with the opacity so that you have something more natural. So it's okay like this. So just drop it here, or you can increase it. So we have something like this already. So the next thing we want to do is to bring our handles. Now, I showed you a complex one and a simple one. This is actually a simple one. The next thing I just want to bring is my handle. So I just create a rectangle here. So you go to this third guy, click on shape, then this one you can tweak it yourself. Just click OK, or you change the color. It depends on your own background. So I'll click OK, and I will just increase it like this. I just increase it like this, and I'll drop it here. That is for the simple one. So I'll just import my handle. Yes, now I remembered someone asked me that how can they export their footer, that is all this Instagram, Facebook, call numbers and everything that you usually place on your design, maybe on your social media design, and usually use them in your design. You want to export them as PNG. Someone asked. I was supposed to have posted the video because I've done a video about it. I was supposed to have posted the video, but I got caught up with the images I've been downloading for you guys. So I will upload the video after I upload this video. So stay tuned. So now let's import the footer. Go to import. So I have the footer here. So let me just crop it. If you can see it, it is around here. You can see the white here. I'll change the color by the time I move it to where I'm moving it to. So let me just crop it like this. Okay, I have something like this. So I want to change the color. Go to color, click OK. You can see it, but I'm not choosing red. So I'll just choose black. Then I'll make sure the black is somehow like this. I can use 474747 here. Then hit OK. Okay. So I have something like this. I can decrease it like this or leave it. So I'll go to relative position to make sure it is centralized. So click on this guy to make sure it is centralized with the page. So I have something like this. I want to click on this guy and enlarge it a bit because I want to create a bit of rectangle here to give it a contrast. So I'll go to shape. So bring this one here and bring it here like this. I want to change the color. I want to change the color to yellow. So have I chosen any yellow here before? No. So not this yellow. Okay, no. I have one yellow here. Either this. Okay, let me choose this. This is fine. So then you can now decrease this like this. This is what I do for my own footer. I should have just exported, this line with my footer, but I know that by the time I want to change the color, all the colors will change together, and I don't want that because I actually want contrast. So let me click OK. I have it like this. So I want to drop one here. So I want to click on it again, copy, then I'll bring it here. I will do the same, copy. Whatever you copy, it goes to the top left corner of your document, and you can click and bring it. That is if you are using mouse. It will be very, very easy. But if you are not using mouse, you go to position here, increase the speed, because now let me show you, if you don't increase the speed and you are clicking like this, it will be very, very sluggish. But if you increase the speed and you start clicking, it will be very, very fast and get to where you are going on time. But I'm using mouse, and that is one of the advantages of using mouse. So I can just click and bring it here like this. So I have the 3 here. Can you see it's giving it a different feel there? So I love it that way. I love it that way. So we are almost done. So we can just bring the smile emoji to the scene just to give it a different feel and excitement. So go to import and import the emoji. So we have the blood emoji here. So I can just click OK here. Then you can just resize it like this. So resize it like this and just tweak it. Do whatever it is you want with it. Have fun, but don't go overboard. So you have something like this. So you can just copy and bring it here again. So you can just rotate like this, bring it here. So you can go to color filters, increase the contrast if you want. You can increase the contrast like this, or the brightness. You can click on this guy too. Just make sure it's blending well. Can you see? So we have something like this. So the next thing you want to bring is your logo, right? So let's bring your logo so that I can just drop your logo on it. Don't forget it. So let's import. So here is my logo. I'll just click OK. Can you see the reason why I've been using yellow? So you actually don't need to follow my color codes and everything like that. If you are working for a client, make sure you follow their brand guide. Follow their brand guide so that you use their color and all. So you don't need to follow my code. This is just the basics, just to show you how I designed, or probably to just help you design the Happy New Month post. So you can just drop your logo here, or you notice wherever they drop their own logo. If they drop it here, you drop it there for them so that they can have a level of consistency. But I don't have any consistency as a matter of fact, because if you look at my Instagram page, if you want to check my Instagram page at Pictorial Innovations, you can see I have another kind of way I arrange my grid. So it's not by logo. I have where I place my logo, but for tutorials, I can just place it wherever it pleases me. So I just want to drop it here. So just be with the fingers there. So just be rolling together. Yeah. Okay, let's move on. Let me drop it here. So the next thing I want to write, okay, we are actually done with the simple flyer. The next thing I want to do is to just give it a different feel here. You can leave it here, but most of the time the spirit just comes, put something there. So then I'll just go to my text. I'll say text like this. I'll just bring it here. Yes, I'll just double tap. Just like this. I'll just type Happy New Month. I'll just click OK. I'll just increase it like this. I'll just go to font, my font. I'll just change the font to any script font of my choice, but I'm choosing this now. So I can just click OK. I can just move like this. I just increase it like this. Imagine I just increase it like this. I'll just drop it here like this. I'll just go to color. Imagine it's the spirit though. It's the spirit that is doing it though. Now I'll just click on white. Can you see the different feel? Maybe it's fine, maybe it's not. I don't know. I just know it's giving it a different feel, right? Yeah. So I just go to, most of the time I don't like to go overboard because I don't want distractions in my design. So if it's November you want to see, let them see it and be fine, right? Any other thing can now come later. But in design, hierarchy matters most as well, because if this is fighting with your November, which is the level 1 hierarchy, then you have issue with your design already. So just go to opacity, then let's decrease it a bit. Even the spirit would have its way, then you too have your way now. So it's a win-win. So I'll just decrease the opacity by 50%. So no cheating. The spirit 50, my own spirit too are 50, so it is 50-50. So I dropped it there, then I can just lock it in place like this. So it's giving it a different frame. If you are seeing it, and if you're not seeing it, I think I'm seeing it from my head. So the way we see life is different. Abi, you see it from your own perspective, I see it from my own perspective. So we have something like this. So the next thing you want to do is, I will actually not show you this because I feel you can do it. You can do it. You just try. Okay, let me just give you as an assignment like that. If you want to add wishes, maybe your client wants you to add wishes to the flyer, where do you think you can add it on this flyer with this layout? Where do you think you can add it? Let me just give you a hint. You can just create this type of what is it called, rectangle. You can just create something like this here. You take it back behind the model, let it come here, then you write your whatever it is wishes here. But I love my design to be simple and clear. So no wish this month, I can wish you next month. I can wish you in my caption. Yeah, so win-win. Now next thing we want to try out now is the second background. Let's try the second background. So we have this one like this. Before you try the second background, you might, I don't know, depends, you might want to save. So just go to this guy here, click on it, then save as project. So what should we write? We can write November. You know, we designers we just save with different stuff. So we can say November V1, which means November version 1. So we have saved it as a project so that you can go back and make some changes, right? And if you want to save as image, so you can just click on this guy again, go to save as image. Because you have changed the document size already, you have the largest size already, so you don't need to change to ultra as we always see online. So you have the largest size already. Even this is more than ultra. This 3840 by 3840 is more than ultra. By the time you export it, you zoom it, you still have it as sharp as it can be. So just save to gallery and you are good to go. You don't need to stress yourself. Just click, bam, it will render and it will save. Yes, image saved. So now let's try the second background and let's be going, right? Okay, so go to this third guy here, let's click import, then we can import the second background. So here is the second background. What can we do with this background? What can we do? Okay, let's go. Let's try some magic, right? Okay, let's click OK. I don't need to do anything about it. So let's just bring it here and increase it like this. Because you know why I'm increasing like this? Because I need space up here a bit so that my text can be up here. Okay, so you can just place it wherever it is you want to place it. Then before you move it back, let me just click on where we manage our layer, already. Click on this guy, then click on this dot because we want to move it all the way back where the first background is. So click on this and hold, then just gingerly take it down, right? Keep taking it down. Okay, we have it here, so we can place it on top of this first background. And as well, you can hide this one in case you want to mess with the opacity of this second background. So we have this one here. So the next thing we want to do is actually fine like this. It's not fine. Oh, sorry. I cannot hear your response, but you can tell me in the comment section if this is fine before the tweak or after the tweak. Let me know in the comment box. So now I want to give it a tweak, just a tweak. It's actually fine like this, but let's just give it a tweak. So let's go to color filters. Let's decrease the color because I just want it to blend. Look at the dress of this model, and we are having green here. Okay, we are going to talk about LD where green too goes, but talking about the harmony, the color harmony, I want to change the hue. So you can change the hue. I think to some extent, do you know that with what we've done, to some extent, all the hues, that is all the colors, they all go well with the design. Look at this. Look at the way I'm changing it. They all go well with the design. So you can just start moving up and down, then to choose what you like. But me, I'll just go with -22. I've actually experimented with -22, and I think I like -22. That's my own. So I'll just choose -22. You can choose another one depending on your brand color. So then the contrast, I'll just give the contrast maybe 6, just to increase the brightness a bit. Then should I give it saturation? Let me just give it 1 saturation so that you don't go overboard. All right, so just click OK. So we have something like this. Then you can go back to where you manage your layer and make sure you lock it in place so that by the time you click, you don't mistakenly move it from where you placed it. What else am I forgetting? I'm not forgetting anything. So the next thing you want to do, it's left to you. Actually, I've done my part, right? So I've done my part. Whatever it is you want to do, you can take it to Snapseed. If you don't know how to use Snapseed, you can watch a video on that through the link that is showing at the top right corner of your video. So I did the flyer there, then I used Snapseed to enhance your flyer to make it even more pop or more better, right? So just try that. So whatever it is you want to add to your flyer to make it pop, make sure you don't go overboard with them. And don't forget, if you want to download that over 1000 black model PNG images with different expressions for different designs, having that kind of pack or folder, you just designed like you are eating bread and beans, like very easy. So just go to that link in the description. You see seller.co/Pictorial Innovations. Just click on it. There's another free package there. You can download the free package, then you can just get the other package for just a token, 1000 naira. Then you are good to go. So that's it, guys. If you want to stay updated with the latest smartphone graphic design tips and tricks, I invite you to subscribe to this channel and click on the notification bell to be notified whenever I upload a new video. Keep nurturing your creativity and let's continue this artistic journey together. Until next time, stay creative.